software applications, helped redefine the education experience at Minneapolis public schools, and led multiple innovation efforts and lifetime commitments to improve the employee experience and define the health of the future as the director of innovation. Then in 2017, Nick co-founded and launched Vitals Aware Services, launching technology to help people with both visible and invisible disabilities communicate with first responders. Now today, Nick is founder and CEO of ILT Academy and is focused on changing entrepreneurs' lives so profoundly that they can't imagine living any other way. So please welcome to our stage this morning, Nick Tietz.
Ow! Good morning, everybody. My name is Nick. I'm the founder and CEO of ILT Academy. ILT simply stands for I Like That, and we are focused on supporting underestimated entrepreneurs in underserved geographies, so rural, urban, and informal settlements in third world countries. I'm gonna keep up with my slides here. Our mission is to find the siloed innovators and entrepreneurs in every region across North Dakota. We want to meet entrepreneurs where they're at. Some entrepreneurs are at the idea stage, some are in the building stage, some have built a prototype, some are making money but they want to expand outside the region or outside the state. And we want to help them commercialize their idea and get to the next level. At the same time, connecting them to a community and culture of other innovators and entrepreneurs. Being an entrepreneur can get a little bit lonely, right? I'm up here on the stage by myself, nobody here. It can be lonely, and we want entrepreneurs to feel connected. And then lastly, connect them to all available execution and commercialization resources. There's a lot of great resources available in the state of North Dakota. The SBDC has been an amazing partner for us as we've expanded across the state. The Commerce Department has been great. I've met a number of people here at the conference that want to support more entrepreneurs, and we want to help find them. Building up a new community of entrepreneurs is hard, especially if you are in a community that's growing and trying to grow. We teach high tech, low tech, no tech, for-profits, non-profits, nimble innovation. It's a combination of design thinking, design innovation, and the lean startup to help entrepreneurs validate their business idea so that they can move faster, spend less resources, and get to something called product market fit. If you've never heard of product market fit before, that is where you can explain how you're going to bring your product to the market or the next market. It's the number one reason why entrepreneurs struggle to raise capital, whether it's venture capital, angels, or going to a bank, is they can't explain what they're going to do with their funds and why anybody would want their product. So, we've only done this a few times. Just kidding. We've done it 37 times. We've run 37 10-week cohorts. Over the last 3 years, we've trained 580 founders, 500 companies have started, and they've raised an amazing $17 million to take their business to the next level. Many of them first-time founders. So we're really proud of the work that they've been doing and how we've been able to help them get better connected in the ecosystems that they're a part of. We want to thank the North Dakota Department of Commerce for sponsoring this program and giving access to ILT to the entire state of North Dakota. So, if you live in North Dakota and you know an entrepreneur and might not, let them know, just kidding, thank you guys, let them know that this program is available and we can help. Now, we are actively recruiting for our current batch. This is our third batch of entrepreneurs that are starting in North Dakota. You can go to our website, iltacademy.io. If you have a phone, I'm going to show this slide again at the very end of the presentation, but please share this with people in your community. Tag that QR code. Our application deadline for the next cohort is on September 2nd, so it's coming fast. If this is the first time you've heard of us, no big deal. You can start today. It's all about being entrepreneurial. We will be running cohorts for the next year and a half every quarter, intro and advanced cohorts, and we do this all virtually. I want to tell you a little bit about the program because this is not your average program. This is not a sit and get. You're not going to sit and watch people talk. You are going to actually practice the skills of an entrepreneur. It's 100% virtual. All you need to do is flip up your laptop. What I love about North Dakota is there's a lot of high-speed internet here, so it's easier to connect with people. Our program is one night a week, 4 hours on the internet with a group of other motivated entrepreneurs and an instructional team that is trained and primed to help emerging, early, pre-revenue, and existing businesses move their business forward even faster. Now, wherever the entrepreneur is at, this is how we can help. Again, some are in the idea stage. Some are moving to a concept. They have a good idea, but they're not sure what they need to do to move forward. The middle part is where most entrepreneurs skip. We call it active customer discovery. How do you know that anybody wants what you've got? What data do you actually have? A lot of people build a business by scratching their own itch, right? I have the problem, therefore I know the solution. Well, how many people also have that same itch? And how are you going to make more than $0 to grow this business? Our program is designed to meet the entrepreneur at all of these stages and help get them ready so they can take better advantage of the SBDC, G-Beta, Beta programs, get into fellowship programs, and leverage all the great resources that are in North Dakota and beyond. We do community workshops. We were just up in Williston yesterday. We ran a workshop for about 8 entrepreneurs, which was really great. We're going to come back because we would love to fill the room. We're planning to come back to Watford City. We've been to Dickinson. We've been to Fargo. We're going to come back up to Minot and run a workshop. If you want us to come and do a workshop in your community with business leaders, ecosystem leaders, entrepreneurs, we would love to come engage because we do it a little differently and it's a lot of fun. The goal is to get them into one of our 2 10-week programs. They are sequential. We take entrepreneurs in our first 10-week program with the focus on helping them validate their startup idea. The number of entrepreneurs that have an existing business, small business, startup business, that's maybe not going the way they want. Maybe it was impacted by the pandemic. Maybe it was impacted by the changing trends in the marketplace. It might be that they need to revalidate their market. As a business owner, you have to keep looking at what you're doing, what's working, and figure out where are your customers going so you can stay ahead. The second 10 weeks is helping them to prepare to launch their lean startup concept and access that capital. It's a lot of fun. It's very intense. So we don't just let people into the program. There's a vetting process. If they're just interested, this is not the program for you. If they are serious as a heart attack about growing their business, that's who we're looking for. Now, our learning environment, again, it's not Zoom. Raise your hand if you have come to one of our virtual events. Okay, yes, we have one person. Guys, you are missing out. This is a great experience. You can see on the left, you can tell everybody's having fun because they got little hearts above their heads. This is our virtual environment. It's kind of like a video game plus Zoom, highly interactive, and then we do all the sticky note stuff on the right. This allows us to do massive collaborations with other people. It's truly a lot of fun, and it keeps everybody engaged. Again, this is a 4-hour class, so we need to make sure it's not boring, right? We do 30-second pitch nights. We would love for you to come to a 30-second pitch night. Our entrepreneurs in the second week of class have to develop 4 to 5 different versions of their 30-second pitch. We invite community leaders, ecosystem leaders, investors, bankers to give these entrepreneurs feedback on their pitch. Because if you only give one pitch, you don't know which one is the best one. So we want to practice giving different pitches in different ways and see what kind of feedback we get. We get them connected with the SBDC. Paul has been great up in Fargo. He's been connecting us. We work with all the SBDCs to make sure that as we find more entrepreneurs, we get them into the different systems so they can leverage all of these great resources. We do mentor engagements. If you are interested in mentoring an emerging entrepreneur, please find me, John, or anybody on our team here. We have a booth kind of by the stairs. Or find us online and let us know you would love to mentor an entrepreneur. There might be somebody in your community, or you might have special expertise that will help another entrepreneur in a different corner of the state that you've never met. We are meeting entrepreneurs all over the state of North Dakota. Lastly, we have founder showcases. This is the culmination of the program where the entrepreneurs build a 30-second pitch in week 2. Then they make a 10-minute business presentation using a lean canvas, which is a 1-page business plan. We teach them how to present it, and then they need to consolidate it to a 5-minute, I call it like a pre-investor pitch. It's not really an investor pitch, but it's meant to help the founder describe what they're doing, the problem they're solving, the product they're building, who would want it, and how you can help them on their mission. They're basically prepped to do any of startup brews, any of the coffee companies, Brew in the Morning, I forget what you guys do up in Williston, right? Now they can tell their story in a compelling way so other people can help. We just do it virtually, and our next virtual founder showcase is coming up on September 19th. So, if you have your phone out, write down September 19th is our next virtual founder showcase for North Dakota. We would love for the North Dakota business community to show some love to these new entrepreneurs that are entering the ecosystem. Now, it's not just that our founders are raising money, because not everybody has a venture-backable business. Our founders are doing great things in their ecosystems, accessing additional capital. Initiative Foundation Fellowships. Now, most of these are in Minnesota, because that's where we started. Initiative Foundation Fellowships, they're getting paid money to quit their job and do their business. Google News Fellowships, Beta MN is a pre-accelerator in the Twin Cities, 10 regional pitch comp winners, a Bell Bank small business pitch winner, and 6 Minnesota Cup semifinalists. For those of you that don't know, the Minnesota Cup is one of the largest business planning competitions run out of the Carlson School at the University of Minnesota. I think it would be great if we had a statewide business planning competition for everybody. This would be really cool. And we could start to corral and get these entrepreneurs highlighted across the state in some new ways. In 2023, again, we got some really outstanding accomplishments from our founders. Most importantly, in the Minnesota Cup, they had 3,000 applicants in 2023. 80 were selected as semifinalists, and 11 came from ILT Academy. I just want to highlight that because it's not just me standing up here saying that they do a good job. Other business leaders are accrediting the work that these students are doing, and it's been really, really cool to see their successes. We've had college students come through. We've had social workers come through. This is Anna Maya. She came to our 2-hour workshop. She called me a month later. She raised $50,000 in St. Cloud, Minnesota in a coffee shop because she could clearly communicate her idea. At CentraCare where she worked, she had 4 executives tell her, maybe entrepreneurship isn't for you, and you should just go back to being a social worker. I think anybody can be an entrepreneur. I don't know if everybody will be a great entrepreneur, but anybody can learn this skill. It's just another vocation. Andy Kaiser is an immigrant halal business owner. She is doing a beauty skin line product. She's raised $50,000 in awards. She was a Minnesota Cup semifinalist. Olamide, one of our really great success story out of our program. She raised $100,000 in capital, then got a $50,000 Innovation Fellowship so she could focus full-time on taking her mother's Nigerian tiger nut recipe and turn it into a functional health beverage, and she's expanding that across the U.S. now. Ramsey Schaefer's from Northfield. Again, 78% of our founders are not in the Twin Cities. So we are really focused on making sure that everyone has access to this kind of training and expertise. You can see Beta Minnesota, 2 times Minnesota Cup finalist. He's raised $350,000 for his startup. Vincent Reed, he's from Brainerd, Minnesota, again, outside the Twin Cities. He's doing some really cool stuff that I can't talk about now, but great AI ed tech company, working on raising over $1 million. He's got just some amazing stuff that he's working on, which is super cool. My clicker stopped. There we go. Claire Richards and Brandon Richards. I highlight this because this is a great Main Street business in St. Cloud, Minnesota. Claire and Brandon were struggling to raise money for their business because they don't have a venture-backable business. There's different types of businesses, right? You could get a bank loan, you could be an investable business, or you could be venture-backable. What's really cool about having the generator program here in North Dakota is that they are primed to help venture-backable businesses, businesses that are going to go 10x in the next 7 to 10 years. Claire's business is not going to grow that fast, but she was able to change how she was pitching her business to investors, and she raised $745,000 that allows her to buy a 10,000 square foot space, hire 5 employees, and they are killing it, and they are actually moving more of their business also into North Dakota, so please look for impacts. Dave at NextGen, they raised $2.5 million. They're doing a technology business in the card space. Lisa Esberger is in Fargo. She moved from Minnesota. She's raised $1.175 million. They're hiring 14 employees. And again, really great story with what they're doing. She was actually a financial planner. She was doing this business for a year and a half before she came to ILT. She closed $850,000 inside of the first 10 weeks of our program because she could better explain who she was going after for her customer that helped her get investors. So you can kind of see how this works. Lastly, this is Lucas. Lucas and his co-founder at Otrify. They've done really great. They're in 27 countries right now. Expanded from before, I should update my slide. But these guys at Otrify are they're absolutely crushing it, which is great. So again, please take a picture if you have a phone. Take a picture of this. Share this in your community. We would love to connect and work together to find the innovators and entrepreneurs in all regions across North Dakota and make sure they know this program is free and sponsored by the North Dakota Department of Commerce. We will train 117 entrepreneurs across the state over the next year and a half, but we can't do it without all of you. Thank you.